The courts just ruled that Donald Trump's, the US president, well, his Liberation Day is no longer free. No freedom to impose tariffs since Liberation Day. Now, the tariffs that were imposed before the date, well, they can still go ahead, like on steel and stuff like that. They're going to carry on because they went through the correct, well, I'll say correct, they went through a different process. But you see, all the Liberation Day tariffs have got to end. He's been ordered to stop, cease and desist with the tariffs. The Liberation Day tariffs. And Donald Trump has got a little old winemaker in New York to blame. That, yes. Yep. Well, they are one of the plaintiffs. No. A small family-run wine company in New York hit back against Donald Trump's tariffs. This is in the CNN if you want to have a look. Now, behind the monumental court ruling that blocked most of the US President Donald Trump's tariffs, can I just call him what he is, the Cheeto Bandito, is a small wine company run by a father and daughter duo. A small New York-based wine company was a lead plaintiff in the lawsuit, which prompted a three-judge panel at the US Court of International Trade to strike down Trump's sweeping global tariffs on Wednesday. Do you know what? I just love the fact that there's a... It's because of wine. The decision found that Trump overstepped his authority by invoking emergency economic powers to impose sweeping tariffs on China, Canada, Mexico and other US trading partners. Well, basically every country, including the United Kingdom. Now, the VOS founder, Victor Schwartz, never intended to be at the forefront of the resistance to the US government policy. But he put it this way. Well, he said, put it this way. When I started VOS, the winemakers, 40 years ago, I had no idea that I was signing up for something like this. Getting involved in a lawsuit against the executive branch of the United States. Schwartz, who runs the business alongside his daughter, Chloe, told the CNN. I just wanted to bring in these delicious wines from interesting appellations. Appellations are like, for instance, champagne is an appellation. Because, champagne, it can't be champagne unless it's from Champagne, technically. Because it's the type of grape and stuff, you see. Grapes taste different from different places because of sugar content and stuff, So different appellations across the world, and sell those wines to like-minded communities, wine lovers, people who like to get a little bit, if you know what I mean. Oh yeah, I understand. Well, Schwartz was in the middle of cooking a pasta dinner on Wednesday when he received an email from his lawyers telling him they had won. He had won, and his first reaction was disbelief. Then his phone started ringing off the hook with media requests and messages of congratulations. Oh, good news for a change. Good news. Oh, Craig, I brought you good news. I don't often do that, do I? No. Well, the Trump administration immediately launched an appeal against the ruling, obviously, which could make it all the way to the Supreme Court. Now, if it survives the challenge, the ruling would put an end to almost all of Trump's tariffs and cut into his leverage when negotiating trade deals with other countries. He's not negotiating trade deals with other countries. The other countries, such as China, such as Japan, they're saying, well, stuff you. They're looking for new markets now because they can't trust the United States anymore. You cut your nose to spite your face. Pretty much. The tariffs on autos, auto parts, steel and aluminium, they will continue, unfortunately, because they were enacted under a different law. Now, that could be challenged as well, to be fair. Now, the White House spokesperson, Kush to say, said in a statement that it is not for the unelected judges to decide how to properly address a national emergency. It's not a national emergency. This is bollocks. Absolute bollocks. If you want to, deal with any kind of trade deficit, you have to do it slowly. Do it slowly. Don't shock your industries. Because that's what he's done. He's shocked the industries. And they're not. They're saying, okay, we're going to build a factory now because Donald Trump said we should. No, they're not. Many of these places are looking for new markets elsewhere. They're saying, sod you. Which is crippling US car manufacturing industries. They can't get the parts. Ford, for instance, we're getting parts from Japan. Japan is actually, they say, well, I'm not sure whether or not we're going to carry on making car parts. We are going to diversify. We're going to start, making medical equipment, is what they've said, instead, because there's a market for it. The car industry is too volatile. And with Donald Trump at the helm, there's no harmony. There's no harmony, there's no security in this sector of trade anymore. It's always been difficult. But the car parts industries, they suffer from stupidity of those in charge. Now, we had it with the Brexit. We had several car manufacturers, or car parts manufacturers, in the United Kingdom. And after Brexit, what did they do? They all left. They didn't start building more factories in the United Kingdom. They left. Because of uncertainty. Screwed ourselves. And that's what those who voted for the tangerine fucked art have also done. Those of you who are working in these factories using components from China and places like that have literally shat on their own faces that they have. Oh, lovely for hot lunch. Anyway, what do you reckon? Please leave it in the comments down below. Stupid is as stupid does. No, not the comments. Just leave a comment, alright? But, people hit the like button. That's not stupid either. That's a good idea, alright? Also, if you want to support the channel, you can do that on Patreon or buy us a coffee, and the links are down below. Need all the support I can get, I'll tell you, and share my videos, please. Zipper play. Toodaloo.